I'm Lexi Lewis, and I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. It was fun growing up in Cleveland because we had snow, we had Polish boys, and that's one thing that I completely miss when I am gone from there. And when I go back, that's the first thing I do. Get off the plane and get my Polish boy. I have siblings. I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers. However, my 3 brothers are in Columbus, Ohio, but I have 1 sister that is living. I'm the baby of 7. Growing up, the biggest influences in my life were my parents. And I say that because my mother was a very, very strong woman, very kind, very loving, and she instilled some of those traits in me. As well, my father. My father was born with no arms, and he overcame a lot of adversity. And he always had this saying that handicap is a state of mind. He always would say, I'm not handicapped. And I love that about him. He influenced a lot of people besides me, but I got to spend time with him firsthand. And the love that I have for my father is something I can't even describe. But what I am trying to do now is produce a documentary about his life. He became a singer, although he was born with no arms. I'm hoping to finish this documentary within the next year or 2. I've already begun filming, and I can't wait because it's going to be a wonderful tribute to him. I've begun filming, I think it was in 2011. I filmed in his hometown, and then in 2012, I filmed in Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm from, because after he came off the road, he became a school teacher. He taught music and Black history as well as the choir director. So I am looking forward to sharing some of his life with the world. I went to school at St. Thomas Aquinas Elementary School in Cleveland, Ohio. After that, Regina High School, and then on to college in Philadelphia, Arcadia University. After that, I went back again. I just couldn't get enough, I guess. And I got my master's degree in computer information systems from the University of Phoenix at their Orlando, Florida campus. Education was so important in my family, and my parents sacrificed so much for me to have a private school education that I figured, you know what, I just can't get a 4-year degree. I've got to do something more for them and for me. So that's why I went and got a master's degree as well. I got into interviewing celebrities because Smooth Jazz Magazine contacted me, and I thought, wow, interviewing celebrities, writing about celebrities, do I want to do that? Well, here I am today. Yeah, of course I do. It's a lot of fun, and I've come to understand that I'm passionate about it. So it was really just Smooth Jazz Magazine reaching out to me, and that's where my journey began. When I interview celebrities, I interview them based on what the event is that is coming to town or that I'm going to. And I also do a lot of research on my celebrity that I'm interviewing, because I don't like to just ask traditional questions. I like to dig deep or take a different angle, if you will. And one of the biggest compliments that I get from celebrities is, wow, Lexi, that was a great question. And I love when I get that, because that means I've done my job. I measure a successful interview when a person says to me, Lexi, that was a good question. Or I stump them, because then I know that they've never been asked that question before. And I know at that point that I've done my research well on them. And it's nice. That's a big compliment to me when they say that. My musical influences are, wow, Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight, Ohio Players, Earth, Wind and Fire. So many that I love, because I love all genres of music. But those are some of the ones that really stick out for me. I think my interviews convey professionalism, a sense of comfort, and a lot of fun when I'm interviewing celebrities. My immediate career goals is to get into television. I would love to have a television talk show. As well, continue interviewing celebrities and meeting more people. My real goal on the music side is to interview as many legends as possible. I would love to do that. Success to me is not measured against what others do or have done. I would define success as something that is achieved based on the goals you set and how you personally feel you've measured up to those goals. So if you feel you've put in the work, you've done your personal best, and what you've done meets or exceeds your expectations, leaving you happy with the results, then I'd say that's success. You know, many people ask me if music is my first passion, but I've got to be honest, starting out, no, it wasn't, but I'm very, very passionate about it. Becoming a mother is one of the greatest things I have ever done. I love snuggling with my boys and talking in the bed at night before they go to sleep. It's also so much fun seeing what traits of mine are in my children, and I go, oh my God, they're just like me. And then I think, oh, poor kids. No, seriously, it's my job to make sure these two individuals grow up to be successful, loving, kind, and respectful human beings. And they're well on their way to doing just that. They're such a blessing, and they keep me laughing constantly. I can't even imagine my life without my children now. You know, I have a couple of memorable moments with my children, but I'll give you one from each. My 12-year-old, when I told him about Santa Claus, that I was Santa Claus, we were laying on my bed, and as he laid there, I told him, he said, he puts his hand on my thigh and goes, so, this is where all the cookies have been going. I thought that was hilarious. I had no idea what to say. And just recently, I told my 10-year-old that I was the tooth fairy. He was very, very upset about it, but then looked at me and said, so you go to all the kids' houses in the neighborhood? And I thought, no, honey, I'm your tooth fairy. Well, he said, And with a perplexed look, he looked at me and said, what else have you lied to me about? And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm in trouble now. And within seconds, he said, are you Santa Claus too? And I told him yes. So that was really, really memorable to me. The biggest misconception I think people have about me is that I'm stuck up. I've heard that so many times, and that's so far from the truth. I am so down to earth, and I'm so caring and loving and wanting to help everyone. And when people get to know me, they find out that I really am that down-to-earth person. I have 2 radio shows on digital radio. One is Jazzy103.com, and the other one is on KSON Studio One World Advantage Network. Both of them are very successful, and it's a great joy to have 2 successful radio shows on a digital radio network where, the FM stations are slowly fading out and we're now going to digital radio. So it's great having my voice out there where it can be heard worldwide. My most fun interview was with Merrill Bubba Knight, the #1 pip in the world. He came to Florida and I interviewed him at the Mahaffey Theater. It was such an incredible interview. He's got such a wonderful spirit. He's fun, he's loving, and made that very, very comfortable for me. And at the end of that particular interview, I told him that I needed to be an honorary pip. So I said, you've got to get up and teach me a couple steps. He did. I have all that on video, and it's absolutely wonderful that this legend took time to speak with me and then even dance with me. I have a few dream interviews that I would love to do. I would love to interview Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Patti LaBelle, legends, Quincy Jones, Berry Gordy. I would love to interview legends. I have been asked if I would ever try acting or singing. And the answer is yes. So if there's anyone out there watching that has a production company that needs a face like this, call me up. Here I am. But seriously, I would love to someday try acting. It's on my list of things to do. With regards to singing, yep, I do that too. I used to sing the national anthem, and my mother wanted me to be a singer, and I had no interest in singing. But now, yes. So we'll see what happens. Lexi Lewis just might be an artist. Who knows? I think reality shows are full of drama, and I don't know if they serve a true purpose. However, if I was asked to do a reality show myself, I would have to seriously evaluate why I'm doing it and what the purpose would be in it, because my goal is to inspire people and affect people in a positive way. So I consider it, but based on what the purpose is. I have been asked at times what I would say to an aspiring artist, and I've actually asked that question to many legends, and I feel as they do, and that is, know the business, understand contracts, because entertainment can swallow you up and you'll be lost. There's a lot of sharks out there, and if you don't know the business, you don't know the legal side of it and what that contract really says for you, you're going to be in trouble. So the thing that I would say is really read your contracts and have supportive people around you that can assist you with that. Know the business and know how to market yourself. When all this entertainment stuff is all said and done, I want to be remembered as a great mom who really loved her boys with every fiber of her being. I want to be remembered as someone who inspired others and made a positive difference in people's lives. And I want to be remembered as someone who always gave you a smile, had a great sense of humor, and loved to laugh. And I want to be remembered as someone who encouraged you to dream and then achieve those dreams. And lastly, I want to be remembered as a woman who loved hard, played hard, and whose faith in God was always consistent.